Good day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I'm so grateful to speak to you today.
As are we deeply appreciative of the opportunity to speak with you as well.
So you said yesterday that you found a way to remember the Thuk,
Yes.
whose species make interactions with them be forgotten afterwards.
Yes.
And I'm curious, how did you find a way to remember them? What technique did you use?
We came together telepathically as a civilization and scanned all of the frequencies that were emanating from the Thuk home world, and thus found the one that would be vibrationally compatible with us to retain the memory. Sort of, I suppose, in a way, what you and your technology in computer parlance might call a backdoor.
Oh. Is there any way that us as humans can utilize this technique for remembering interdimensional experiences?
When you are telepathically bonded with your entire civilization, yes. As an individual at this particular time, low probability.
Okay. So I find my soul expressing itself in this incarnation as a queer, trans, non-binary, gender fluid person.
All right.
And this year, I followed my excitement and started to create monthly events for my queer community in Los Angeles.
All right.
To connect in nature and to meet in places that weren't bars or places with loud music and not centered around alcohol. So in my events, we really focus on creating a space where we can be free and more natural and not be more natural, less normal, like you've encouraged us to do. We play games, we have cuddle puddles, we are openly talk about sexuality and deep conversations. Yes.
You got somebody excited.
Yes. So on the surface, it might seem like a social event or speed dating event, but truly my deeper intention has been to always connect ourselves to our higher selves, and it's really a spiritual connection that I have for my intention.
Yes, all right.
So I call this passion Venus in Aquarius, and in my own birth chart, I'm Venus in Aquarius, and I'm curious to hear from you what the energy of Venus in Aquarius is.
Love pouring out.
Beautiful. Thank you.
You are welcome.
So I'm holding a spherical rose quartz that I bring to my events.
All right.
One to represent and honor Venus and radiate love energy, and to also intentionally invite any beings to peer through. Like I know those crystals beside you are ways that beings can peer through, like eyes, right?
It can be used that way by those who are vibrationally compatible with that permission slip, yes.
Cool. So I've invited you and the Esasani to come to my events and join us, and any beings that want to. So.
Many of us have already eavesdropped.
Oh! That makes me so excited. Because when I was planning the first event, I was driving on the freeway, and a car drove in front of me, and the license plate said UFO party.
Synchronicity abounds.
Yes, so I'm so thrilled to know that you've been there, or you've eavesdropped.
Do you not think we know all the things that are going on your planet?
Oh, I know you do.
All the transformations and changes taking place toward the evolution of humanity.
Beautiful.
This is what we monitor.
And there's been lots of amazing representation of queer identities in our society and media lately, and I've seen the younger generation feel safer to come out of the closet. But at the same time this year, so many anti-trans and anti-LGBT bills have been passed that invalidate and discriminate us and make it hard for us to get healthcare or feel safe. Trans people continue to get murdered for just being themselves, and so many of my own peers feel nervous just to hold our lovers' hands in public.
Yes.
So yesterday you were mentioning a lot about being in service to others, and this is my way of being in service. So I'm curious, is there anything I can know how to better serve my community?
understand that the events going on reflect the idea that the spirit is everything and nothing and can be anything. And it is a reminder to humanity to connect more with spirit and allow that spirit to inform the person as to what their journey is, no matter what. Because again, this transformation is important to take place on your planet at this time, to remind people that the spirit is everything and nothing.
Everything and nothing, like...
It is no particular gender and thus can be any gender. Because your spirit is your spirit and it is all things. Just as all that is all things. So this is a way to allow those who harbor fears, who are afraid to look within, afraid to connect consciously with Source, that is all things, and afraid to be reminded that they can be all things that they need to be. So you are demonstrating as a living example that humans are more than the boxes that you have put yourselves in for a long time. That you are now expressing outside the box, outside the limitations of human mind, of physical mind, that you are connecting more to the idea of the malleability and flexibility that is inherent in spirit. That you are all living a dream, and in that dream anything is possible. And everyone in that dream can be in love.
Thank you so much.
Well, I had nothing to do with it. That's just the way it is.
I feel it when I'm with my community. I feel like we're on this spiritual wavelength of just being so transcendent. And
all right.
Yes.
And transformation.
Transformation, yes. So my whole life has changed since I've started to do these events and take these big risks. And recently I got...
taking what?
Taking...
risks?
Making a big choice.
Thank you. Because being yourself is the least risky thing you can do. Trying to be something you're not is taking a risk.
Thank you. That's beautiful. So, being more myself.
Yes.
I've manifested working at a vegan animal sanctuary.
Yes.
Where my job is to connect with animals and learn about their stories of how they got rescued from abuse.
All right.
And I get to talk about and take people on tours of how we can reduce suffering and really be intentional about the things we eat. So I'm curious about how I can connect more telepathically with these animals.
You send them imagery. Remember, they think in pictures.
Okay.
Not in words.
Okay.
So you send them the image of the scenario that you propose. They will follow. They will understand.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Will that do?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bashar.
Hello.
I know you. Good day.
Day. I don't have a question. I just wanted to say thank you for... Lord Jesus, I knew I was going to cry. God, every time. I just want to say thank you.
You are welcome, and we thank you.